We got black people calling for reparations. They want to get payment for past actions of past people. We have white people calling to have everybody deported from the country, send them back to where they came from. The thing with reparations, the thing with white nationalism is it's divisive. The people who are in charge of us are not worried about race, they're not worried about religion, they're worried about power, control, and even more so on top of that, they're worried about fear vibration, negative energy. That's what they feed on. I get it. You want reparations, you want payment for what's owed to you. This is what you feel like this is owed to you, and that's your perspective. I respect that. And then on the other hand, you're white. You feel like the white race is disappearing. Everybody's becoming mixed now and stuff like that. It's starting to look like me. I get it. You feel like you're disappearing and you're unheard. There's a lot of white scrutiny. People do feel comfortable being racist to white people, in my opinion. They do feel comfortable making fun and cracking jokes on white people's race much more smoothly. Even me, I feel more comfortable making fun of a white person than I do a black person, because we know the history, we know what's happened, and obviously it's wrong. I don't think I need to explain that. The problem is we're starting to divide more than ever at a time when we need to come together as a collective. The only race that exists is the human race, and this is why things like full alien disclosure matter. It's because it opens your mind to the lower layer that you're sitting on, just worrying about reparations. The thing about reparations, I'm not against it. It's more so just that you want this money from a system that is faulty. Money doesn't even exist. It's not a real thing. That's not even what the powers that be are really concerned with. They're more so just concerned with us fighting at each other so we're not turning to them. Reparations, it's causing people to feel left out. I get it. People want payback for what's happened. And when I feel into the energy, I do feel that black Americans want payback. That's why the racial remarks that they make towards white people come off like that. They want this payback. They get to say it now because they had their turn at the bottom. And now we're kind of equal, I guess, and they can say these certain things, and they want to put white people in their place, and if white people talk back, well, then you're racist. And you want these reparations, and it's making people feel excluded, even other black people. And I even see black Americans coming after non-black Americans, saying things like tether and all this other Tariq Nasheed talk. It's just divisive. The big picture is unity. There's only a few ways to go about this here. On one hand, we have that love and light timeline that we all kind of imagine when we think of a beautiful future. Maybe one where we live with the technology we have, but it works with nature. It's not destructive towards nature. And then on the other hand, you have that complete control, social credit score type of timeline civilization. Which timeline do you want to be on? This whole white unity, black unity stuff needs to end. It's very stagnating. I get it. White people, you feel like you're disappearing. Black people, you feel like we've never been invited to the party. You want to be the dominant race now. And white people, you want to reclaim your dominance. But the real true enemy is the people at the top. And I'm not talking about the president. I'm not talking about just the government. But if we want to keep it on a baseline grounded level, sure, we could call it that. I'm talking about the government of the government. There aren't different governments. There's just one. And this division of reparations, this is what the blacks want. And white unity, stand up for whiteness, it's disappearing. We're getting blended out. It's keeping us separated. The ideal future at the end of the day is unity. And in that future, there will be more people who look like me, or who look multiracial, or who look mixed race. In every advanced civilization, they look more like each other than they do separate. They start to blend together. So this is a thing that lots of beings have to go through. You have to go through the division, experiencing that, and then you start to experience the unity. It's kind of like with the iPhone and Samsungs. Beginning, there were so many different phones. Now we all just kind of blended it all into one type of phone. There's not all these different types of phones anymore. You either have an iPhone or you have a Galaxy. It's time to come together as a collective. No matter if you're white or you're black, we're slaves. We're still slaves to the system at the end of the day. You can't even be homeless in peace. That's what we need to be worried about. Instead of trying to fight each other and trying to claim whose country is America, they're not worried about whose countries is whose. They're not even worried about one country. There's no country for them. It's just one government. It's controlling all of it. Like, there are no governments and there are no countries to these people who are in charge of us, to these beings that are in charge of us. So do I agree with reparations? Do I agree with white nationalism? I don't agree or disagree with anything really. I just let people do what they want. But what I can tell you, when I feel into it, it's stagnation. It's division. It's turning and looking at your fellow man, your fellow human, earth citizen, and causing division and separation. We're humans. We're earth citizens, not United States of American citizens. We're citizens of earth first.